Hey everyone, welcome to Twitch Talk, the podcast that showcases small streamers in the community and gives them a platform of discoverability and a way for you, the viewer, to get to know more about them. Today, our guest is none other than the legendary LetsBfrank. I've been wanting to get him on here for a good hot minute. We finally had the schedule sync up. So Frank, welcome on. Tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, your stream, and what's all about you.
Awesome, Ryder. Happy to be here. Excited to be on the show and excited to show everybody who I am and what I bring to the small Twitch streamer community. My name is Frank. I am the streamer on LetsBfrank Twitch channel. I started getting into this, give or take, about 1 year, 6 months already. Time flies. I jumped into streaming during the pandemic. I'm a very social being. And I like to really get out there, talk to people, communicate, have fun with others, and really I get the dopamine hit from socializing. Some people don't. I sadly do. So I need that part of, what keeps me happy, what keeps me kicking. And of course, everyone suffered differently during the pandemic. And one of the main things I had trouble with was the fact that I was stuck inside, couldn't socialize, couldn't meet new people, couldn't go to work and just chat with my coworkers. Both my parents were retired at the time. At this time, I was still living at home. Both my parents retired. They're driving me nuts. I got to find an outlet to get out there, meet new people, socialize, get that communicating in. And I was playing games pretty much every night, as most people were that play games during the pandemic. And I was playing with my friend, and he was like, you know what we should do? I was like, what do you want to do, man? He said, we should just stream these things. I was like, and you sit there, you laugh about it. You're like, oh, that's funny. Well, can you imagine what if we did? And then I thought about it more. I was like, well, what if I did? I feel like I could do this. I feel like I have a good character, good charisma, good attitude about me. What if I can do this? And after maybe a week of debating, my friend is very big in the IT field, the computers. So I say, you know what, man? Tell me what computer I should buy. I'm going to buy a computer. I'm going to start this streaming business. Started up, like I said, about 1 year, 6 months ago. It's been rough. It's been long. It's been a grind. But most importantly, I'm having the time of my life. It's a huge hobby and huge part of my life. And not only my life, I also stream with my girlfriend. And it's kind of, we both really do a lot to kind of keep the stream running, keep you guys entertained, and keep the content flowing. So that's kind of about me. A little rundown of where my streaming career started. And of course, we can get into more detail about other things, but that's kind of the gist and the build up to where we are now,
You answered like 3 of my questions in just your intro. That was really impressive. It's like you're psychic. You've done this a couple times.
No, it's just, I don't know. I'm used to. I like you said, I like to talk. So I like to really express what you're feeling and get it out there rather than just leaving it up to interpretation and imagination.
Yeah, I feel you. So a year and a half. I did not know you were that fresh in streaming. Watching your channel, you think you'd been doing this a little bit longer than that. I'm actually surprised. Not to mention, you've only been doing this for about, you said about a year and 6 months, and you've already got almost 2,000 followers. Like, not to count how many subscribers you probably have, because Twitch doesn't give us that information on the outside looking in. But I know just watching your streams, I'm sure you have a pretty good amount. What going into it, because you said that it was kind of a grind and everything, you had to get your own computer, pandemic and whatnot. What were some of the biggest challenges that you had when you were starting out streaming?
Okay, so one of the biggest challenges, and I still suffer from it today, I'm not a computer guru. I don't know how to work all these things. I'm not an expert with sound, not an expert with audio, not an expert of getting the games to work properly, not an expert of adjusting the graphics, get the graphics going, the bit rate, all these things are foreign to me. I'm an accountant. I know numbers. I don't know computer things. So still to this day, just getting my audio perfect, getting the game to have no lag during the stream, making sure that the picture looks nice, making sure, I'm adding in these overlays, these transitions. In the start, I would watch my VODs, which most of you should do. If you don't do it already, for those of you streamers out there, peep the VOD, see what you sound like, see what you look like. You know, I don't watch the whole thing. I'd be lying to you. I streamed about three plus hours. I'd be lying to you if I said I sat there and we watched a 3.5 hour stream. You're out of your mind. No, I watched a minute here, fast forward 10, 15 minutes, watch a minute, fast forward 10, 15 minutes, watch a minute. You spend about 10 minutes watching yourself. Check your audio, check the picture, check the sound, see what's going on, watch it. Be like, well, would I want to watch this if I was the audience? You watch for a minute, you're like, oh, I'm engaged. I like the game, I like the way he's talking. He's having fun. I'm here. Or you can watch it and you watch a minute, you're like, wow, I just sat there for a minute and did nothing. Who's watching me? So definitely watch the VODs. But biggest trouble, going back, because now we went on a little tangent there. Going back, biggest trouble is definitely the audio issues, making sure audio is good, picture's good, quality is good. And of course, that is just continuing to improve as I go through it. Like I said, you rewatch the VODs to make sure you get to the right part. I feel like finally, after a year plus of doing it, I started watching the VOD and like, all right, it looks pretty good now. It looks pretty good. So that's a long time to think about it. And I know a lot of people out there, and I watch a lot of streamers, and sometimes there's a lot of audio issues, some picture issues, some lag issues, and sometimes the content's just not there. But there's always room to grow, always room to better yourself. And like I said, I've been here a year, 6 months, and I'm still continuing to try to push out there and produce the best content that I possibly could. And I'm still learning. I'm still doing new things. You talk to a lot of these partner streamers out there, and they say it takes 2, 3, 4 years of really grinding to get to where they are. So I'm far from where we can be if I continue with it. Right now, it's just a hobby for me. I'm doing it out of enjoyment. Who knows where my life takes me? Who knows? I might slow down. I might pick it up more. We have no idea. Eventually, I'll move out of this apartment, get a house, get married, get kids. Less time to do things. Before you know it, maybe I'll stream 1 day a week, 2 days a week, or I may find a way to work and I'm streaming more than I was now. We'll see what happens, but I'm excited to see where the journey goes.
Man, I gotta say, you're the first person I've had on here that's literally admitted that technical issues is the biggest problem. Because
that's my fault. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Obviously, creating content is really hard. Picking what game to play is really hard. Supporting people all day is really hard. All these things are really hard. But me not knowing much about computers, tech issues is it's a real bitch. That's a real bitch.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. The people are like, oh, edit videos and create this and that, and I'm like, I have no idea how to do that. Like, you want to help me?
It's a whole process. Now I gotta watch 4 YouTube videos. So this YouTube video wasn't good enough. I would have wasted 15 minutes watching it and learn. All right, watch another one. I watch this 15-minute video. You're like, wait a second, he's saying something different. Now I gotta watch a third YouTube video. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But
it is.
As long as you enjoy what you're doing. With most hobbies out there are a lot of work. Some people, they like old cars. They buy them out of a junkyard and bring them up to basically brand new. That takes a lot of work. So, it's a hobby. Everyone's hobby is different, and I'm enjoying it.
I gotta say that out of I have my favorite, because we have our little circle of small streamers that we all know, your Joker Dad, Clutch World, Poca, everybody, and I have my ones that I always gravitate towards watching. Pocahotnes is one. I always try to jump into Joker Dads and Clutches, but every time I see you and Wifey streaming, I know it's gonna be a freaking hilarious, because you guys, you by yourself with the Destiny Hips thing, with the Grand Theft Auto 5 content, is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. And then whenever you and Wifey are in there and playing some of these co-streams, it's probably some of the most engaging and entertaining content, and it's such a great little balance that you guys have. Because while one of you are trying to focus on what you're doing in the game, the other one keeps the chat engaged, and you guys are in sync with it all together. How did so? First off, kind of to backpedal a little bit, she's your girlfriend. You guys, I don't know how long you guys have been together, but I am curious, how did the two of you meet and decide to get into the whole, hey, let's co-stream together thing.
Perfect. So me and wife have been dating for just over 5 years now. It's been a long time. So at this point, she might as well be wifey. You know, we're in a different part of her life. She's still in school. She's trying to finish up school. Hoping when she finishes up school, we get this whole marriage house thing situated and organized and move on to really get into that part of our lives. But we'll be there in good time. We started dating actually via the internet. That's kind of how everyone does it these days, right? We actually use Tinder, which most people have horror stories. Worked out for us. Not saying it's gonna work out for you. Don't be downloading Tinder and be like, yo, this guy just wants to, bang, bang, boom, boom. I get it. It's probably 99.99% of the app. We got lucky. We hit it off, and it's been pretty smooth sailing since. I'm enjoying it. I love her. She's definitely the keeper for me. So, and how we started the co-streaming business. So at first, I kickstarted it, not anticipating I would need much of her help at all. I didn't know. I had no clue. I figured I'd play a game. People want to come watch me play a game. That's what everyone thinks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be lying if I thought it would take as much work as it actually does. We get into it. I'm streaming. She's hanging out in chat. We're hanging out on other people's streams. We're seeing how the vibes go. Obviously, the moderator role fills in. And she's kind of just really taken over that role. Not to toot her horn, but exceptionally well. She does such great mod duties in chat. Keeps everyone engaged. Says hi to everyone. Make sure she's asking how your day is going. What are you up to? Getting them connected to what's going on in the future of my streams. Making sure they know about other people's streams. She's supporting everybody and everybody out there. She almost supports as much as I do, and I support all damn day. So the fact that she's out there even close to how much I am is quite impressive. And as you can imagine, if someone's presence is that strong in not only the community, but my stream itself, people started asking, as I do and others happen, other streams, when is she going to stream? When is she going to get up there? When are we going to see her? And her debut was during, so I haven't done one of these in a while because frankly, I don't have the time. And also the energy is just, it's tough. But she's got her debut during a 12-hour stream. I believe it was for 500 followers or something, maybe 1,000 followers. I forget when I did it, but I did a 12-hour stream celebration. And one of the big milestones get people pulled in. I was like, wifey's gonna stream for a couple hours. She played a couple games. People seemed to love it. She had a great time doing it. It was wonderful. I was like, oh, this is cool. So maybe we'll do it again next big stream. So it was slightly after. It only took about maybe 2-3 months later. It was October-ish. We did a big Halloween extravagant stream. We threw wifey back out there again. We had costumes going on. She went on like 2 or 3 times. Absolutely killed it. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe you want to try just take over a couple nights. So it was a grind. She's not very into games. She likes to play the games. A lot of the games takes practice to get good at the games. You can't pick up the game and be all of a sudden you're good at it. Like most of these games we played similar games, so we have the base skill. I throw her online. She's never played the game before. There's people watching. The chat's going nonstop, and she's trying to play the game. And it's like the game in Webcast. We at least 5 or 6 different types of games. We tried to get it to work, and it just wasn't great. And I was like, you know what? Maybe like we could just do it together. Maybe we just do it together. There's a lot of good games out there. And what we started with is a very good game. We started with a game called It Takes Two. And I never played it before. It's my first playthrough. Wifey's first playthrough. It was an absolute hit. Ryder, have you played It Takes Two?
I have not. I've heard of it.
You have not. You gotta play it. It's very, very, very fun. It really makes the game so you need both of you to do the game. And if you don't have both of you doing the game, you're not gonna get through it. There's a good storyline about how like our parents are fighting, and they kind of get stuck into this fake yarn world and try to get out. And basically gotta work together, fix their marriage type thing. And it was such a hit. I was like, you know what? This is really fun. And that's kind of where I just kicked off from there. We played A Way Out next, another really good co-op game. Ryder, you play that one?
I have not.
You gotta play that one too. A Way Out, really good. This one is about two people that are in. I'm not gonna spoil it. So two people in prison together. They escape prison, and obviously the cops are after them, and the whole story builds up. So it's pretty cool. You work together to get out of the prison, then you work together to survive. Really good game. Much recommend that. We played that, and it's just we're just constantly finding new games. We played a lot of Dark Picture Anthology. We're playing Detroit Becomes Human right now. We have some other games in the works. I think we're gonna play some Heavy Rain after Detroit Become Human.
Yeah,
and I believe there's
I was
another.
gonna recommend that to you guys last night.
There's another one. Steam offers a lot of good sales. I don't know if you often look at Steam, but they offer some crazy sales where it's like 80% off games. It was a 3 package. It was Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, and there's one other game. I'm forgetting the name. I didn't even know about it.
Probably Beyond Two Souls.
Yep, there you go. That's the game, Beyond Two Souls. So there you go. All 3 of them, I think it was like $8, $8 or $9 for all 3 of them. I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. I didn't even I was looking at Heavy Rain, and I think it was like $15-$20, and it's an older game. And I watched a couple clips, and I was like, it is an older game. I was like, I don't know if I spend that money, but then for this cheap, I was like, it's a must play. And you get all 3 of those. Steam's got good stuff. Yeah,
I've been very much inspired by the co-streaming that you guys do. Actually, you sent me a couple of clips of that you won't be able to see it on my end, but I'm gonna play it so that the listeners can see it.
Go ahead.
I've got a couple of clips that you had sent that is all about that. I actually have one of your playthrough of A Way Out you had sent me. So here is one, guys, of the wifey.
That was a cute one.
This one was hilarious.
They bust this shit open.
Trying.
I think it's hilarious that it took this long for you two to realize you're supposed to hit this door together.
It took a long time, and to be honest, if wifey didn't say anything there, I think my dumbass would still be bashing the door. Why is it not working?
1, 2, 3.
And then she just laughs because she's like, I figured it out before you.
Yep, exactly. That little bit of satisfaction. Fair enough, though. These co-stream games, she does better than me by far.
Yeah,
I don't have the patience for it.
We witnessed that on Detroit Become Human last night. That was some of the funniest crap I've seen in a minute.
That was a really bad scene, and it wasn't good.
Let's see. I have another one here of your guys' playthrough of Until Dawn as well.
Also, a very good game if you haven't played that one.
Yeah, I have played this one. This was funny though.
XO square triangle. XO square triangle. XO square
The you guys get scared so easy. Like,
yeah,
it's
well, that's
so
the
simple.
content. It's the content. It's good because it's natural scares. Like you can tell that. I mean, I'm not lying to you. Most of these I'm not faking. I mean, sometimes someone's at a channel point and like whatever, it's just loud noise. I'm actually scared. But like that at that point, and for that clip you just showed, that's genuine. I was genuinely scared there.
Kind of like this Madison clip that we've got here as well.
Yeah, genuinely shitting myself. that stream. Were you there for that stream? Right?
I was not here for this one.
So that one. Did you see any of the Madison game play?
I did not.
Oh, you missed out. So that game. Have you played that game?
I have not.
So that game, I'm gonna play a lot of horror games. I played Outlast 1, Outlast 2. I played Madison, played The Mortuary Assistant. I played Don't Be Afraid. I played Phasmo, played Demonologist. So I played some horror games. I mean, obviously, that's not that much, but those are some big name games. Madison takes those other games, blows them out of the water. Those games are nothing. Those games are baby games.
I've never played a horror game on stream before, but it does sound entertaining.
You should play Madison first time. You're gonna get scared. Wait for you to be really. Make sure you're 100% healthy. Because I don't know how. I don't know how scared you're gonna get, but it's jump scare after jump scare after jump scare. It's a good storyline, so it's not just nonsense jump scares. It gets you intrigued and in the game. I set, and I thought this was gonna be like close. I said over under 20 jump scares. 20 jump scares. I'm gonna keep track. If you chat scares me and the game scares me 20 times during a 3-hour playthrough, we're gonna give away some money. I got scared over 50 times.
Didn't you do that on the Don't Be Afraid one or whatever it was?
Yeah, and I only got 27 and I beat the whole game. And I think it was like a 4-hour stream. So that's half the amount. And this was only a 3-hour stream. And I talked for like at least an hour of it because I was so scared. I had to like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I left to go to the bathroom just to like unwind and breathe for a couple minutes. I was like, I'm gonna go pee. I'm out. Just let's get back out there. It's scary.
You always look so angry whenever you get jumped to.
Because that's that video. That's 49th jump scare in. I've been scared. I'm not like that's not on the count. I'm scared 49 plus times. Like I'm pissed off at that point. Like how many times is this thing gonna get me? And it keeps on coming. And it keeps on coming. And then all these horror games are kind of puzzly. So you get lost. The frustration is building, getting lost. I'm asking for help. I'm getting scared again. I'm still trying to figure out your brain can't function right if you're scared. So I can't figure it out. And it's quite an interesting feeling and sensation. And I play multiple because people enjoy it. And I think I watch it back and I look at it. I'm like, that's pretty entertaining. To my defense, I'm not entertained. I'm scared shitless. Luckily, I didn't get any nightmares from any of these other games. But one game I did get a nightmare in, which is kind of weird because I gave this warning, is a mortuary assistant. Have you played that?
No, but I did see part of your stream of doing that. That was the one with the dead bodies that you had to figure out which one was possessed.
So the weird thing is when you start up the game, it gives you a warning and says, like, if you're feeling some type of paranormal activity going on in your life after playing the game, like, go consult someone. And I was like, oh, that's probably just to make you scared. I don't remember the nightmares, but wifey said after both times I played that game, like I was sleeping, so I don't remember them. She said I was like squealing in my sleep and moving and like obviously having a crazy nightmare. And she was like, you don't remember? I was like, no, I slept like a baby. So I don't know what's going on with that game, but I'm not playing that game again. I'll tell you that much. Like I played scary games, no problem. So like, I don't know. That's some weird stuff. They gave the warning in the beginning, and then it actually happened to me. Direct result. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like too scary. I mean, it's got jump scares, and it was horror to it, and I was scared, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I finished it. I couldn't do it. But I don't know. Weird.
So Frank, I got a question for you.
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
Surprise.
We don't really, because I never actually sit and talk to you. So
no, you're fine.
My apology for letting it go.
You are absolutely fine. This is all. Yeah, no, it's fine. So curious question: do you consider your stream child friendly?
No. Well, it depends. So like, it depends. It's 2023. Who are we fucking kidding, right? I'm gonna curse. Who are we kidding here? These kids at the age of like 13 are already exposed to far worse than you'll ever see on my channel. Now, do I agree with that? No, I don't think these guys should be watching my channel at 13. I don't think you should have a phone at 13. Should be on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube. You can just browse the internet. You can find some crazy shit at age of 13. So they're getting exposed to worse. So that's when I say, like, I mean, I guess, yes, it could be anybody, but no, if that makes sense.
Well, I have this clip here.
Playing with
that you sent me.
Yeah, I'll splash you.
Of you splashing some stuff on Joker Dad.
Oh yeah, so I wanted to talk about that because I know you love Joker Dad. So during that clip, that was during I hosted an event, which I'm gonna do again soon. Is carry me to a victory for some cash prizes. All you got to do is play duos with me, and if we win, get a cash prize. Super simple. Nobody won. Joker Dad, you know Joker Dad, very big Fortnite player, very big in the Fortnite community. Hops in, all business. All business. I think he said hi to me in the start, and I think he said, let's go, we won at the end. And I think that's all he said to me. I'm sitting there trying to make this guy laugh, trying to make him smile, trying to make him talk and engage. I'm streaming this, trying to provide the content. I never played with Joker Dad. It's my first time. And I guess you can play the clip, and it's kind of like how the whole game went. It was kind of as me going behind him, is badgering him, asking him questions, hanging out, and he's just killing people left and right, and hanging out. If it's as if I wasn't even there. So you can watch, you can play that clip. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I played it whenever, like, so just for a little humor, when I asked you about, do you think your stream is kid friendly, and you started like defend the fact that it is a little bit, I started to play it and I just kind of looked at the camera like, yeah,
that clip's PG compared to some other stuff you see on the stream. So
this is
we'll
facts.
take that as a win.
Yeah,
we'll take that as a win. That if that's the borderline saying that we're adult friendly or not, then we're good here. We're good here. That's good. Keep it at that.
Oh my god, yeah, and that actually leads me to our next thing: the outrageously amazing, like, I'm impressed with the amount of unique channel point redemptions you guys have on your channel. Like, you have everything from your classic sound alerts and stuff, but like, unlike a lot of the streamers like myself, I'm guilty of it, a lot of streamers go with like sound alert bloat. You have a lot of sound alerts, and that's where people can kind of engage and pick on you with sound alerts, and you have that. But then you have so many like engaging things. You have dodgeball, where the wife throws dodgeballs at you. You guys have a boxing match, a dance off, a slap cam, which I'm still saving up points for because I haven't seen that yet.
You haven't seen it?
No.
It's a big slap.
Yeah, but then of course, you know, there's the give wifey some love or whatever, where and that's where like I always get a kick when that happens, because like wifey goes for it, man. Like, she has
I know. Fuck out, like, you need to stop. Like, if I don't push you off, you keep on going.
I was gonna say, I was like, you get X-rated up in here, like, geez. Yep. Every time I'm like, oh baby, here comes the OnlyFans content, we're coming. Like, it always cracks me up. Like, who's responsible for coming up with all of these unique things? Is that like a joint endeavor, or one of you the brains of the operation, or are you seeing it from other streamers? Like, where's it all coming from?
Mostly me. I'm kind of the mastermind behind it. I sit there every single week. More so before the summertime, I've been busy every weekend, but during like the winter time, early spring, late fall, when you can't really do much and everyone's kind of staying inside anyway, I take the weekends to sit there and like, all right, well, now the week of streaming is done. What can I add in this week that wasn't there last week? That when people hop in, it's still fresh or something new. So I kind of, what would I enjoy saving points up for and watching someone else do? And I mean, it's just adapting. You add one thing here, and before you know it, 2 weeks later, you add another thing, and before you know it, you got 8 or 9 solid channel point things that you feel fine doing in front of the camera. And I think people enjoy saving up and you know, doing like some of the easy things you can do, like either spicy bean boozle beans. A lot of people know about these. They're just hot as heck. Easy. It's only costs you like $8 or $6 on Amazon. Throw them in for channel points. I mean, I got the Bean Boozle beans. Everyone's got the Bean Boozle beans.
Yeah,
a lot of people do.
Unfortunately, I have those too.
Yeah, I mean, they get the job done. I mean, slap cam, dance off. I mean, I figured something silly. People can laugh at me. I'll do some dancing. The slap cam was actually suggested. Was it Joker Dad? I don't want to give credit where credit's not due, but I think it was Joker Dad. I think Joker Dad, I say some silly things. Most of it to get a reaction out of wifey. She gets a little pissed, gives me a little love slap, no biggie. Happens all the time on stream. And I think Joker Dad, again, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was him. He said, you should just add a slap cam, and then we can pay for it, and then you can get slapped. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. That's what you want? Sure. This is what entertains you. Give the people what they want. we added it in, and now for only a cheap price of 3,000 channel points, wife will give me a big old slap, and they're getting harder and harder.
I was gonna say, how
'cause
bad does she slap you?
Well, at first it wasn't bad, and wifey is too nice of a lady. She can't slap me unless I'm a deserving of a slap, so she makes me say something mean to her. And I guess depending on how mean this thing is how hard I get slapped. It seems to be.
So we keep talking about her, but I would be remiss if we didn't at least have her make an appearance here. Is she in
we
the
can throw her on
vicinity?
it. You can ask her as much questions as you want. I'll give her the spotlight for a little bit. Let me call her over. Wonderful, amazing. Let's be frank, wifey, ladies and gentlemen, best mod in the world. Also streams on the channel. Ryder, the floor is yours.
Oh snap! Here she comes.
I'm so ready. Let's
There
get
she
this.
is.
How are you guys? How are you, Ryder?
I am fantastic. How are you
thank
doing?
Oh my god, my hair looks so dark in this. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So we've been sitting here, and Frank's been saying all these mean things about you. So we had to have you on so that you could kind of defend yourself. You know, he's talking about how you abuse him and beat him,
Oh
and
my god, I don't abuse you.
no,
I did not abuse him.
I'm joking.
Don't let that fool. He says some crazy stuff to me in like real life, and then he just needs a little slap. I'm Hispanic, so it's not abuse.
I'm Hispanic, so it's okay.
It's fine. Spanish
So-
culture.
He said you guys met on Tinder, and that you're not really much of a gamer. So like, I'm
No.
surprised that you got into the streaming thing. Is this like was this one of those things where like you were like, look, like if you're gonna do this, I'm gonna be a part of it because I want to spend some time with you, and this is how this is gonna go.
Definitely, like well, when I was younger, my mom was like really Hispanic. She said, you're either gonna study or you can't play your games. So I had like a Nintendo 64, I had a GameCube, I had an Xbox, and I used to play, but then as soon as like you get off that that train of not playing anymore, you get like rusty. And then after that, I just been if you ever seen me play like any of the Nintendo 64, I cannot, for the life of me, I can't do jumps. And then I don't know, like I guess like I created like when I used to play COD, I used to have like a spam, like you know how you knife, you like do this.
Yeah.
I have like a spam, so every time I touch it, I like accidentally touch that button to like hit something, and Frank's like, stop spamming the controller, you're gonna break my controller. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I panic a lot during like games like that, but
We can tell.
yeah. So bad.
Every Dark
bad.
Pictures anthology, I think your motto was ABXD, 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 AB.
Yeah, I have to remember, or else I don't remember. Or sometimes I'll press the wrong button, then Brian's like, Frank's like, how do you not do it? How do you not know how to do it? I'm like, I just don't know. And then I panic. But I did get into gaming because of Frank, and then because of his motivation to stream. And so I was like, all right, let me give this a try. I'm very supportive of Frank of anything he wants to do. So that's how we start. Like I started gaming a little bit more and trying to be better at not spamming everything when I panic.
So out of curiosity, you know, you've been doing the co-streaming thing with Frank for a good hot minute now. Have you had any conversations with him or thought about making your own channel, your own content? You know, kind of like because we have Lock It Down and Leonessa, and they co-streamed for a while, and then she kind of separated and made her own channel and her own content because people wanted her to. Is that anything that you've considered doing at any time?
I don't know. The thing is, like, I like Frank is very well spoken. Like he can get like a crowd to do like, and especially I think streaming has helped him like be very more fluent with people and like more like he's just really good at speaking and really good at talking to people. So I kind of like that I'm kind of Frank's like sidekick because like it's like it's a Frank does all the work and then I kind of just show up. I show up and then I'm like, hi, I'm here. But because I feel like streaming is so hard. Like Frank sits there and then I'm like, all right. So he has like a list. He has a to-do list. And I'm sure like Ryder, you do the same thing. Like you guys are it's like a second job. Like it's like the amount of work that you guys put into it is something that, I mean, I would love to do, but I also think that like, I think it's really hard. Like you would have to like have like a certain mind, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do this day. This is what I'm going to do this day. And this is what I'm going to say in the beginning. This is what I'm going to say at the end. I have to see what type of humor everyone has. And I like Frank's community right now. Like, well, obviously I love everyone, but like, I don't want to like start a new community. I kind of want to just like be with Frank. Cause like, I don't know, that's so hard to say. Cause like, I love that Nessa started her as she should, Joker Mom as well as they should. Like they should have their own stream and have everything by themselves. Like that's so good. They're starting off like as a woman, but I don't know. I kind of, Frank said maybe that we would like rebrand the name of Let's Be Frank, but I kind of just like being like here to support him, being his mod. I think that's like my second job. But other than that,
no, fair enough. I mean, like you guys have a really good dynamic. It was just one of those things. Like, people have asked. I've seen people ask, and people have
oh yeah,
been curious about it. And so it's always good to know kind of where you stand. And you got a point. It's one of those things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing. And between his streams where he goes solo and your guys' co-streams, like you guys bring in quite a good chunk of viewership just on his channel alone. Like for only a year and 6 months, it's absolutely absurd the growth that the channel has seen. What is your favorite part of doing the streaming thing with Frank and being in the co-streams or on your takeover streams where you're kind of doing it by yourself and you are the streamer for the night? What's your favorite part of all that?
Seeing you guys, like I get so excited in the beginning of when I get ready. I like put on my makeup. I put on like some tunes. Frank's like doing all the like tech things because I can't do tech shit for the life of me. And then it's kind of exciting just to see like all my friends, like Ryder, when you hop in, I get so excited. And I feel like I like that people know that I get very excited, like thoroughly excited that you guys are there. I think that like seeing new people, meeting new people, being with everyone that I considered like my friends and family, like, oh, so happy to just be with everyone. And that's probably like my favorite part is just seeing you guys in the chat, hanging out with me. Or like when we do like channel points for like slap cam or something like that, and it's interactive that Frank can like come up and like be with me also. I think I prefer co-streams rather than my own stream. But so yeah, I just like to be with Frank and then everyone, and it just makes me happy.
I can always tell that, like, I think that's some of the best content you guys have. And that's not a knock at all. I don't know. I hope Frank doesn't take that as a knock to his like personal streaming, but like, I think some of the best content that is on the channel of you guys is whenever you guys are both on there, because like I told Frank, you guys have a great dynamic where if one of you are focused on the game, the other one's engaging the chat, and anytime something happens, if one of you doesn't have a reaction, the other one's got a reaction. You guys are just playing off of each other the entire time, and it's you guys create like bona fide magic whenever you guys are doing your co-streams, and it is some of the most engaging content that I have seen. I think that's why a lot of people jump in whenever you guys are doing your co-streams. I really do. I think it's great what you guys are doing.
You're so nice. That's so sweet. Thank you. I think that it's gonna be super like Couples That Nerd Together is another streamer that also like stream together. And then when I I get like excited when there's two people, if that makes any sense. Like the Playground Junkies also stream together. There's always two people there. It's always like just to bounce off of each other, which is really nice too. And then you're gonna stream with your wife, which is gonna be so exciting. I can't wait to be there tomorrow.
Yeah, she's very excited. I'm a little nervous about it because I'm curious how she's gonna be. She's never ever stepped into streaming before, so it'll be a little interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm only doing that because I'm not shy in saying I steal ideas from streamers all the time, and I see how successful your guys' co-streams are, and I'm like, well, she keeps saying she wants to do. She can't. If it started with her wanting to go on have like an interview thing where I interviewed her like I do people, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird because Twitch Talk's supposed to be about streamers and you're not a streamer. And I was like, so.
That's so cute. So that's like a spark to her interest. That's really amazing. I could see like this going like very far. And like you said, like couples that stream together are just like, it brings out more, I guess, like the lovey-dovey and you guys interact with each other. So it'll be definitely exciting. And I'm sure she'll like branch off of this. I feel like as soon as like people hype you up during it, like, that's why I always go in people's streams and I'm like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Those people, you feel like that good feeling inside. And then that's what I'm going to do to your wife tomorrow. I'm going to be like, oh my God, the sexiest woman ever. Like, and I've seen her before when you, like one of your streams, she was like not yelling at you or something, but she looked at you and you took off your shirt and she's like, what the fuck? She's so funny. I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time. No, I have noticed a little bit of a change in dynamic with her. She's actually started watching streams now, which is kind of weird. Like, she pulled up your guys' stream last night and was watching it.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so excited. That's so fun. Yeah, that's really exciting.
But anyway, so back to your guys' streams, you know, like, I'm going to ask Frank these same questions, but you said that you have done gaming and stuff. What are... Like, if you sat down to play a video game, not stream related or nothing, you're just bored, you want to relax, you want to play a video game. What is your favorite type of game that you want to play?
If you asked me this question, I was like 15 or 14, I would say Rainbow Six Siege. I used to play that game religiously. And then after that, but now I would play Pokemon. I like Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap is probably like one of my like favorite games, but Frank got me a Switch for Christmas. I do play it. He's like, I don't play it. Well, I play it sometimes, even though it's like a little dusty over there, but I play it. And then Frank just got this thing. It's like one of those,
Oh, wow.
Have you ever seen this before, Ryder?
I mean, it looks like a Game Boy Color. But...
It's a Game Boy, but it has like all...
It's not a Game Boy.
It's not a Game Boy, but I don't know how to explain this. You're more techie than I am. What is it called, Frank?
An emulator?
It's an emulator. It has like 5,000 games in here.
Bruh.
And then it goes into Nintendo 64, PlayStations, all the games possible. Like, we played Crash on here. What else have we played?
Well, now I'm jealous that I need
Mario.
to... He's going to have to send me the link and where he got that. Because, like...
You have to send Ryder the link.
Because that looks awesome.
It is so much fun. So like when I play, I'll like yesterday I think Frank played with Fortnite with a bunch of other streamers as well. And then Joker Dad. And then I started playing this with like we were playing Crash. And that's probably something, I think it's so amazing that they even created something like that. Like, that's so freaking cool.
I love the fact that Pokemon is a big portion of your guys' whole, like, theme, too. Like, the big Pikachu in the background there, and then you've got... Yeah, you've got a channel point redemption where Frank completely molests a Pikachu, which is... really weird.
Yes.
Like, that was
is
wild.
So funny.
You know, you guys got Pokemon sound alerts and all sorts of stuff. So
yeah.
Like I love it because it's very entertaining. You're to this day, the twerking Pikachu emote is the favorite thing I've seen on Twitch. Like, I absolutely love it.
I know. I can't believe it got taken down the first time because it was like for nudity. That's
For
freaking
nudity.
Pikachu.
Pikachu
Yeah, I got
nude
taken
all
down.
the time.
Oh my gosh, when it got taken down, Frank was like so upset. So I tried emailing Twitch, and then Twitch obviously never answered me back. So it's fine, Twitch. But I was like, oh my god, why would they take it down? He's not even naked. Pikachu is naked right now. Like it's not.
It's fur. She's got
It's
fur.
fur.
She's
Yeah,
a
it's like a
bird.
dog. Dogs aren't naked. So I was
Wait,
like, what the
Pikachu's
fuck?
not a dog?
No. But I'm saying like I'm saying like dogs are not naked either.
Oh,
Like, they could
okay.
be the
I thought you
same
were. I
thing.
was like, Pikachu's a mouse.
That's so funny. No. I was saying like as another reference, but that's so funny. No, Pikachu is I don't know if this is a girl Pikachu or a guy Pikachu. So when Frank makes out with it, we don't know what type of
Let's
what
hope it's
Frank's
a girl.
into. Yeah, let's hope it's a girl.
But then again, some of the things that Frank says in my streams, I don't know.
He flirts with a lot of men. He flirts with so much men, and then I look at him like, what are you doing, Frank? No, I'm kidding. And it's all jokes and fun. I hope. No, I'm kidding.
I'm still waiting for the amazing Let's Be Frank underwear that I've been promised. It's gonna be amazing.
Yes, I am so excited for Frank's merch. Like eventually when we get his mom helping us. Yes, we're gonna get you underwear. I have the size. I just have to order the underwear, and then we're gonna put Frank's face on the butt cheeks, and then on the front. Isn't that great?
I swear I'm gonna make it a channel point redemption to just put it on my head. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great.
That is so fun. I love that. That would be so good. That is so funny.
Well, Wifey, I do appreciate you coming on and making your presence known. Is there any wonderful words that you would like to say to listeners?
I just want to say thank you, everyone, for being so supportive to Ryder and his channel. And then hopefully you get to see Frank and I in our co-streams or separate streams or wherever it goes. Thank you for all that you do, Ryder. This is absolutely so fun, so amazing. Frank is smiling like so cute. So it definitely makes us happy for our Saturday. We love you.
Well, everybody loves y'all too. Thanks so much.
Oh, so sweet. Absolutely. Okay, I'll get Frank on.
Bye,
Ryder.
Bye.
All right. I
Well,
was eavesdropping, but I didn't hear your side of the convo, so hopefully it was good.
That's good. Well, I was just telling her how you were, such a pervert and molesting Pikachus. And
Oh, nice. No, that's consent. I asked for consent.
You ask for consent.
Yeah,
But-
you watch it.
Yeah, I watch it. I can't not watch it. It's great material for certain banks that I have.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, ayo, what? All right, so onward. That was fun. She's always so fun to talk to. So I'm gonna ask you the same question that I asked her. You have your streaming content that you make. Your GTA 5 stuff like that. But when you are not streaming, when you're just wanting to relax and whatever, if you want to sit down, relax, play a game, what is your go-to favorite type of game?
Sadly, don't have time for that.
Oh, okay.
But if I did have time and I sat down and I was like, yo, I want to play a game, it'd probably be one of the classics. I'm not really, I don't play any of the new modern games anymore. So if I did have time, I'd probably throw back, probably play some Pokemon, some Crash Bandicoot action just to unwind and kind of de-stress. Some of those games that don't take any brain activity and function. You just going through the motions, seeing cute little creatures going across the screen type of thing. But yeah, I mean, if I'm gaming, chances are I'm streaming. I mean, I work Monday through Friday, finish work at 6, stream by 8. That's only 2 hours of downtime. So Monday through Friday is basically shot. You just have one off day in between. During the break time, I'm usually either fixing some things to my channel, hanging out with wifey, doing adulting stuff, cleaning, doing whatnot. I mean, you gotta live a life outside of streams, so that's usually that off day. And then the weekends, for the most part, working on content stuff. You gotta do adulting. Usually there's some type of party, gathering, family thing. gotta attend. And I mean, most of my free time where I'm literally doing nothing, I'm watching a Twitch streamer. So there's really I don't really have much time for gaming off stream, which is fine. I get plenty of game time in.
Right.
I'm streaming 4 times a week, 3 hours a day, 3 hours a stream. That's plenty of stream time. I'm streaming, I'm playing games. So it's not like, oh my gosh, guys, I don't have time for games, but I just don't have time for games off stream, which is fine. I mean, I don't think I'd be playing as games as much as I am now. If I wasn't streaming, I'd probably play once, 2, 3 times a week. And then probably that's it. But now I'm playing a lot more, so I don't really get my games in. But mostly what I do play, you guys are seeing live. I don't really play much off stream. But before streaming, to give you some content, before I started streaming, the game I played mostly was Call of Duty. I was a huge Call of Duty head. That's all I played, nonstop, hours on end. It was pretty good, not too bad at it. Probably rusty now if I picked it up. But, you know, I enjoyed it. Play with friends. You mess around. You joke around. I mean, it's a first-person shooter. There's like no first-person shooters. So, yeah, Call of Duty used to be my go-to. And then I played a lot of World of Warcraft in my teen years.
Oh.
But once I hit college, I had to give that up. World of Warcraft's that type of game where you got to devote.
It's like a drug.
Yeah, and I did it for, I think, like 15 to 19, I think about 4 years of my life. To the point where my parents would like unplug the computer and I was like, you're not playing anymore. Go the fuck outside, go do something. You're not playing this game.
Go touch grass.
Because at that time, like I had 2 sisters, they weren't really huge into games. They played them, but not like I was playing them. And this was my first, like, I mean, at that age, like, whatever, 13, 14, 15, I mean, internet is kind of just really on the up and up. I mean, not to age us, Ryder, but when we were kids, the internet was kind of just really starting and getting out there, and these multiplayer games were groundbreaking. This was the first of the line. So my parents had no experience on what the hell was going on. And I was like, Mom, I want to play this game, World of Warcraft. And I had to explain to my mom, we have to pay every month to play the game. She's like, I don't understand. I'm buying you the game, and then I got to pay more? I'm like, yeah, Ma, you got to pay more. Or whatever. She agreed to it, and all of a sudden, she sees her son 8-10 hours every day in front of the computer like this. Not talking to anybody, not eating. And they're like, turn that fucking thing off. Like, enough. Like, when I was playing the consoles, like, I was playing with friends, I was socializing. They saw like more had it, but when you play World of Warcraft, I mean, as some people I do know who play it, it's a grind. You're just sitting there, you're grinding. You're motionless. You're just sitting there going through the motions. You're killing stuff. I mean, it's not very interactive. You kind of just watch, and the guy's dead. You gotta loot the stuff, collect the, return the quest. It's all motionless activity, and you turn into a zombie. So it was pretty. Looking back, it's pretty funny now to see. Like, imagine what they thought watching you play a game like this. I mean, now it's more like common to see someone playing games all day. So now wouldn't even blink their eyes, but back then it was probably like, what is this guy doing? And I'm sure a lot of parents went through the same thing.
Oh yeah, my parents were the exact same way. I had a curfew. Like my parents got so upset with me because I didn't have a computer of my own. So my parents got upset with me, and they put a parental control on the computer that at a certain time of the night, the computer would literally shut down automatically on me.
That's funny.
And like, it was funny because I'd talk to my guild members and I'd be like, look, I have to be off by 11. Well, can't you just push a little? No, you don't understand.
It turns off.
I don't
get
have
it.
a choice.
Hard cut off.
Yeah,
that's
like,
funny.
There were a couple of times I'd be in the middle of something pushing the limit, and then it would shut off in the middle, and I'd still be in voice comms, and I couldn't jump out. And everybody's like, "All right, well, I guess he's gone."
Yep. I mean, it was a different day and age. It's crazy how, if you think back, it's crazy how quick it kind of picked up and blew up to where it is now.
Oh,
it's pretty crazy.
So I gotta ask, Judgment Time, were you Alliance or Horde though?
Mm-hmm. I was an Alliance. I was a Dwarf Hunter.
Oh man,
that was my main character.
Man, see, I knew there was something wrong with you.
I mean, I picked it up. I looked at all the characters. All of the Horde characters were ugly as heck. When I first started, there was no like Blood Knight and whatnot. Or Blood Elf. Sorry, Blood Elf. There was no What else was the new one they added for Horde? They added another one too.
Oh, they've added a bunch, but
I had a bunch by now.
yeah, oh yeah,
I
they
like the
got, like, a
pandas.
bunch.
Pandas both. But that's new. I'm trying to think, but
They've
they're all ugly.
there's like 6 or 7 new ones now.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't played in like eight years, so I don't even know what's there.
Yeah.
But at the time when I played, it was just you got the orc, you got fucking who else was a horde from the get-go? The orc,
The orcs, the undead, the trolls,
undead, trolls.
The Tauren.
Yeah, all these guys. That's the bull looking one, right?
Yeah, and I think those were the default ones from the get.
Yeah, that's so they're all ugly as heck. And then you look on the alliance side, you had the dwarf, you had the gnome, you had the human, and what was the last one?
Night elves.
Night elves. And I was like, yo, these are cool. And I was like, yo, I'm on the shorter side. I'm gonna be a dwarf. And then I was like, wait, what class? And you can get pets. I was like, you can pick any pet you want. I was like, I'm sold. So dwarf hunter, and I liked it. I enjoyed the hunter class.
I guess I'll forgive you, but only a little bit. I was horde all the way.
What was your main? If you had to pick one, I had multiple characters as well, but
if I had to pick one, I've always preferred the Death Knight, and I was always a blood elf normally.
Yeah, but that was a newer character though. That was
the second expansion.
I guess that's still newer though. That was after like 3 years of playing before they added that in.
Yeah, I mean the blood elf. I love orcs. Orcs are awesome because all their armor looks badass on them. So
true.
But
fair.
like, yeah, I've always been I've dabbled in the alliance, but never seriously. I've always like, I got a horde tattoo, a horde flag in my.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
room.
I've seen the horde flag.
Yeah, I've even got a horde wallet. So I mean, like, yeah, I'm for the
Nice.
horde, man.
And you still play today because I did see you streamed it a little while ago. So I guess you're still playing until today, or like on occasion.
I
or how's
play
that
it on
work?
occasion. I don't play very seriously anymore. Like you said, it's a grind, and I just don't have the time to devote.
And the sad truth is, if you're not grinding, you can't be good at the game. Doesn't matter how you look at it. You got to be constantly grinding to be any relevance in that game when you hit max level. So,
and it's not even the matter of grinding. It's like it's a constant. Like there is no like stop point. Because back in the day,
they updated. Back in the day, there was like you got the stuff, and that was like every month they released new armor that's better than the last armor. And new drops in the dungeons.
Normally they release some new system that like you have to grind out so that you can get this one thing unlocked or this one minor upgrade unlocked. Like back in the olden days, like you would just raid, beat the boss, get your gear, you're done for the week, you're good. Now it's like, oh, you do that, and now you have to do these dailies and these dailies and these dailies and this event and keep this going. And it's just like, bruh, I ain't got that kind of time. I got 2 kids, a wife, and a full-time job. I ain't got time for all your systems.
Hey, they're smart with it. They know how the business plan is to get people to play, and get them to keep on playing, and they figured it out. I think they figured it out, and I can't imagine that World of Warcraft ever dying. I think that's just here for forever and ever and ever and ever. Like they got more than enough fan base, and as long as they keep on doing what they're doing, they got money for life.
WoW will die when Blizzard's ready for it to die, is what it is.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what it is.
Exactly,
I mean, obviously, you can shut it down whenever you want, but as long as they don't want to shut it down, it's going to keep on going.
Exactly. So, kind of, getting back to the stream, major tangent there for a second.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. No biggie. Some people like World of Warcraft, so hopefully they enjoy that little tad bit.
Right. So, you've been streaming for about 1.5 years. What is your favorite streaming moment across that 1.5 years? Like if you had like this moment right here, like everybody, this is always everybody's hardest question. What would be the moment that you're like, that's it, this is fucking great, like this is amazing, like favorite moment?
I don't think I have one. A favorite moment? That's hard. I don't know. You should have let me prep that one. Favorite moment. I don't really have a favorite moment. There's that one time where I sat there and like I mean, obviously, I have plenty of good streams where I'm like, this was amazing. I love it so much, but I don't think one stream really like just stood out to the point where like I'm like, oh my god, that was just so good, and that was my favorite time I ever streamed, the best stream I ever did. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so.
All
I mean,
right, no problem.
I've had some good events I can give you a talk about. I mean, I've hosted a pretty large Fall Guys tournament. That was a good time. Kind of made it situated where anyone can win. And we had a lot of amateurs in the final game, and it was pretty epic. And I did some commentary for it. That was fun. We also, I mean, the horror streams are always an absolute riot. Chat gets very involved. They like to laugh at me, like to get me scared. They're using the jump scares. They're keeping track. They're laughing at the game, scaring me. You know, everyone's winning some cash money, so they're happy. I really enjoy those streams. Not really for like emotional well-being, but as far as producing content, they're having fun, and you know, when someone has fun, you have fun, type of thing. So like, it's fun in those regards. And I mean, what I have most fun doing is playing definitely GTA roleplay with a couple friends of mine that I've met via streaming. One of them, I don't know, I'm assuming I can shout out some people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so one of them, I've met him via another person's chat. We're hanging out, random streamers chat. We're talking. She was talking about doing GTA roleplay. At the time, I knew of it. I knew there was modded servers. Didn't know how you do it. Didn't know how you get into it. Don't know how you join. No clue. She hops in. She's playing. And me and this random guy, his name is Likely to Fart. We're hanging out. I'm sure some of you, Ryder, you've probably seen him in my channel, or maybe seen his own channel.
I've tuned into his channel a couple of times. I also was there for your guys' role play with the Mormons.
Nice. Yeah, so he does an amazing job with it. But we both started at the same time, same day, same night. GTA roleplay. We both said in chat, like, yo, you want to play tonight? And he was like, yeah, let's play tonight. So we just bonded in chat, hit it off, and we joined the same server. And we hopped in with no knowledge of how to play. And it was a complete riot from the start. We jumped in with, like I said, no knowledge. We met each other randomly in the game. At first I didn't know it was him. And then he, like, an hour or two in, he let me know. I was like, yo, that's me, by the way. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know what this was, or I love playing with them. We, basically the first night GTA roleplay I ever played, for some reason there was a party. There was a party at the bar. Everyone went to the bar and we're just getting drunk. So I joined in. I was like, I don't know how to play. I guess we're getting drunk. Pre-party, we're like hanging out at the mechanic shop. We're just fucking about. Some random guy picks him up. He's gone. I was like, I don't know where he went. He's gone. I was hanging out with other people. He's chatting. He comes back. He's decked out in security gear. Like, I guess they hired him a security guard. I was like, yo, what the hell? You're a security guard now? He's like, yeah, look, they even gave me a gun. He pulls out the gun in the middle of the mechanic shop. And I was like, you know, it'd be really funny if he shot the gun off. Because then like GTA roleplay supposed to be the kind of like more humane, kind of natural. You wouldn't just pull out a gun in a mechanic shop and just shoot it up in the air all willy-nilly. So I was like, yo, you ever do a desk pop? You know the movie, the other guy?
Yeah.
Desk pop? And he's like, no, I never did a desk pop. I was like, everyone gets one desk pop, so you feel free to shoot the gun off anytime you want. And he's joking around. He goes, all right, sure. Shoots his gun off. There had at least 10 people in the mechanic shop. They all like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Put the gun away. And the guy who gave him the gun ran over and was like, give me the gun back. So you don't get that no more. He took the gun back. It was super funny. And then since then, I was like, yo, this is hilarious. It's interactive. You do what you want. And me and Likely the Fart, I have played so many role plays together. We were old people. We were both old grandpas. And we were in a biker gang. Both joined the biker gang, did that role play. We did a role play of a newsman and a cameraman where we would go around the cities looking for action, and we would just jump right in with the news crew and just start interviewing people that are mid-fighting, mid-shooting each other. So that was super fun. Obviously, you guys seen Destiny Hips. Likely the first play that with me, but mostly I played that with the wonderful Doodoo Brown, who does an excellent job co-streaming that with me. It's definitely fun with that. And also we've done Mormons, and we've done Italian mobsters where we just put on really bad Italian accents, and it's just that I enjoyed it so much, and I recommend anybody that would like to play GTA Roleplay to reach out. Likely to Fart is starting his brand new server. It's up and going. We're gonna have a huge event coming up soon where we're gonna have anyone and everybody hop in that wants to hop in the server, and we're gonna teach you how to play, show you the ropes, show you how to interact, show you how to rob some stuff, and kind of kickstart the server. So anyone out there that is interested in playing GTA Roleplay, has experience or no experience at all, we would love to have you. We'd love to teach you the works. Like I said, we'll show you how to get in. We'll show you how to interact, show you how to talk, we'll show you how to buy things, feed yourself, all of the works. Usually when you jump into a server, no one's going to show you, and it's awfully hard to learn, but we're here to teach you guys, and hopefully we get a good turnout. Ryder, if you're interested, this would be the time to join. Brand new server. It's going to be a good time.
I'll have to look into it. I think we were talking about that. I think yesterday was the GTA roleplay thing. It has piqued my interest. It looks very entertaining.
You do very, very, very well voice acting, and that's kind of, and your character charisma and your entertainment level is just like, you're funny. You're a funny guy. So I feel like if you try GTA roleplay, you would enjoy it. Because the content makes itself, not the game. The game is just GTA at a base. Everyone's seen it. Everyone's been there. Everyone's played it. But the roleplay is as good as you make it. I can imagine you would be able to roleplay some funny stuff and provide a lot of humor for not only yourself personally to laugh and have fun, but create some good content for your stream as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in the barrier to entry, having to buy the game and everything. But like, I probably, once I get back to work and I get to the money rolling again and everything, it might be something to look into. I've definitely been considering it because I like it. The thing that got me, like, your Destiny hit streams always made me laugh, but like the one that got me was when you, Doodoo, and Likely to Fart did the Mormons. I was sitting at my computer in tears laughing at, I don't know who was playing Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, Likely to Fart. So Mad Dog.
Oh my god, dude.
was Mad Dog was Likely's very first roleplay character I took seriously. We were at the biker gang, and so when he brought it back, I was like. He was like, I'm going to bring Mad Dog back as a Mormon. I was like, how on earth are you going to do that? And he did it. And Mad Dog came back as a Mormon, and it was hilarious. He does such a good job with the role play. He really does.
I was laughing so damn hard at him, and just like the crap he was doing, and you guys are just like, no, we need to preach the. And then you had Doodoo Brown telling him he needs to say penance and starts telling him to do a Hail Mary, and I'm like, that's Catholic, dude. That's Catholic.
Yeah, we're mixing religions left and right here. It's just for jokes. It's for jokes and laughs, and I guess it works. It made you laugh, so I guess it worked.
It was so funny. On the topic of that, I would be remiss if I did not mention the fact that you have a secondary channel as well, partnered with the great Doodoo Brown. We have the Frank and Doodoo Show, which is normally actually going on around this time. You guys just actually have a week off because I think you said Doodoo has a family event going on.
He has his fiance, all the way from the UK, the wonderful Forbidden Love, is visiting with her kids. And, that's definitely more priority than the Frank and Doodoo Show. We can wait a week. So he's hanging out with them, doing some fun stuff, seeing the sights, seeing the states, enjoying themselves. So sadly, no show today, but that's why we're on this show, which is definitely a pleasure. But yeah, the Frank and Doodoo Show kind of started up out of nowhere. We're sitting there, we're talking, watching other streamers. We got a community of ourselves. We're watching other people do kind of the talk show, podcast section, and Doodoo says, we can do this. And I was like, oh, for sure we can do it. And he was like, no, like, we can do this. Like, what do you think about doing this? And I was like, yeah, I don't see why not. And we started, I think it was like one Saturday, I was like 12 o'clock, and like just started the afternoon, 12 p.m. We sat down on the computer, and we started brainstorming. We started throwing ideas out on what we could do for the show, where we could take the show. Before you know it, it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And we had, for the most part, a fully functional show. Obviously, it's changed a lot already. We're adapting. We weren't going to put too much time into something we didn't know was going to hit. So far it's been a hit, so we definitely put the more time and more effort in. But the purpose of the Frank and Doodoo show is to provide a different type of platform to get yourself out there. We can bring anybody onto the show. You don't need to be a streamer. You could be any sort of content creator, influencer, athlete, musician, anything. If you want to get something out there to some sort of audience, we would love to have you on the Frank and Doodoo show. The purpose of the show, obviously, show everyone who you are, but the main purpose is entertainment. We're here to entertain everybody as well as you, our guest. We're going to ask you, we like to joke around and say it's the probing questions. We're going to probe down, and we're going to get the answers that we think chat is looking for. Some of these questions may be what you may say personal, some may say not personal. I mean, obviously, you're free to answer what you want, but it's definitely funner to really get in there and, you know, do the probing and get the answers out of people. We had some amazing streamers already on the show. We've had nothing but really positive critiques. And we even let the guests compete in a game show for a cash prize at the end. I definitely recommend at least giving the channel a follow if you're not following already. Check it out. If you like it, maybe one day you'll be on the show too. I know, Ryder, we have you set to be on the show. We're going to reach out with a date. Like I said, Dude has just been busy. And we do have one person I think that needs to be in front of you. But hopefully like two weeks out, maybe 3 weeks out, we'll be in contact and we'll get it going. You said you work Saturdays, so we can always switch it.
Yeah, I work Saturdays, but I'm off
another day or possibly later.
I'm off the 19th and I'm off the 26th. So next Saturday and the Saturday following, I'm off.
All right,
but after that, I'm back at work. So, but whenever.
26. All right, we're gonna reorganize something then. Okay, let me. I'll talk to Doodoo, the wonderful Doodoo Brown, and we'll get it organized, and hopefully we'll get a shoot for that 26th.
So, you know, you've been doing this for a year and a half. You said you've been doing the idea came. You know, you and your buddy were just kind of talking and bullshit, and kind of came into it. Mm-hmm. Did you watch a lot of Twitch streams before you started streaming?
No, didn't even have. I guess that's a lie. I started watching it probably like 2 or 3 months before I started streaming, and I only really watched a couple of big name streamers, and that's about it. And I only watched it to throw on some background noise type of thing. It wasn't really like actually watching, interacting the way I do now in chat. So to be honest, no, I didn't really know what Twitch was all about, other than I know people make big bucks on it. And people stream video games. And I watch a couple of these big name streamers. They play video games. They're pretty good at it. And some of them are pretty entertaining. And I was like, oh, entertainment. Yeah, put it on my desk while I'm working as a gameplay, and a guy talking to me keeps my brain going. I still like the socialization. So usually when you're in your office, there's people talking and noise going. When you're at home, work from home, there's nothing going. So it's pure silence. So got to put on something. So that's kind of the only really Twitch background I had. I mean, obviously I knew about the platform, knew of the platform, but I went in to streaming cold, no knowledge, didn't know what I was signing up for, didn't know the work I was about to put in. And it was a learning process. It definitely, as the months went by, I definitely got myself out there and learned what works, how it can network better, and, you know, how it can really grow the channel.
So, you know, you mentioned tech issues being a big challenge point for you. I always ask every person who comes on this question, and that is, everybody kind of borrows stuff from other streamers or sees this and be like, oh man, I want to use that, but I want to twist it to my own. Are there any streamers that you have came in contact with, watched, viewed, or anything that you would kind of call kind of an inspiration to what you do, or that you kind of draw inspiration from, or you see and you're like, wow, you know, like that, like me, I always go back and use my example of like the way that I operate. I watched a lot of Asmongold, a lot of his content, and a lot of the way he carries himself is the way that I kind of try to not mimic but emulate a little bit. because I would rather be genuine and real than be, you know, a character like what like Dr. Disrespect is, you know.
Yeah.
What would be, do you have anybody like that or any streamers like that, big or small, that you kind of like draw inspiration from?
It'd be a crime to say it was one person. Honestly, I'm in and out of a lot of streams, and I watch, I learn. I'd be lying if I said I didn't take things I like from other people's streams and throw into mine. But I also want to be able to really single it down to exactly one thing. It's definitely small little things here and there, and I'm like, oh wow, I really enjoyed this in your stream. Let me try to add it to mine. Type of thing, but there's not really one streamer out there that I'm like, you know what, like this is what I want to model it off of. Definitely more of just learning and growing as other people learn and grow. Everyone got their own knowledge and creativity in their head, and they're implementing it to their stream, and it can help you really grow and say like, oh, I really enjoy that, I can do that as well, type of thing. So it's definitely just the small streamer community as a whole has really helped me grow into the streamer I am today.
Fair enough. So Frank, you know, I want to thank you for coming on. But before, you know, we're coming into the end of the episode here, but I always end it with the same question. I always have the same question to wrap this up with. Sure. If you were talking to someone brand new, he's wanting to start a channel, or he has a channel and he's struggling to grow, or he's having issues, what would be the number one advice you would give someone who wants to get into streaming as either a hobby, a career, an avenue? You know, you've obviously found some form of a formula. You're almost 2 years in with almost 2,000 followers. You have, you know, a great stream that you've created. What would be your number one advice you would give someone either starting out or struggling?
So take it with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert. What I'm saying is not going to be for fact. It's an opinion. My opinion doesn't mean it's the right opinion. So you start off from either A, you're not growing, or B, you're starting out from scratch. Here's the thing. First thing you should say to yourself is, this is not a source of income. If you're saying it's a source of income, you probably shouldn't even start, because it's going to be a long journey. And unless you're really, really strong and driven, you're going to lose interest, and it's not going to be for you. So once you say it's for a hobby, I enjoy doing this, I enjoy trying to grow the channel, I enjoy eventually at the prospect I can make money. If you can accept that, then streaming could be for you. It's definitely, I enjoy it. Would recommend it to the world. Anyone that really likes games and likes to communicate with people and socialize, entertain, streaming is a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend getting into it. Give it a try. But again, make sure your head's in the right spot and you're doing it for the right reasons, and you're doing it because you enjoy doing it, not so much you think it's an easy buck, because it's far from an easy buck, I promise you that. Then as far as really this, you want to get started, you don't know how to get started, or you started and you're not growing, you don't know what's going on. One big thing I utilize, and it's definitely been a big help to my stream, is Discord. If you're not in Discords already, there's a lot of small streaming Discords that can help you grow, network, and meet people. I can go down my list. I'm probably in like 60 Discords. I don't even know. It's a lot. I'm in a lot of Discords. And I'm not even touching the majority. I find out there's new Discords every other day. I'm like, there's another one? I'm like, I'm not joining another one, man. I'm in another. I can't even keep track of what I'm in. There's so many. But they do help. But they help as much as you're willing to put in to the Discord. Everyone's kind of, most of these people are streamers themselves. There's only so much time in the day. And if they see you out there helping others, helping them, and really trying to be part of the community, they're going to show some love back. I promise you. Maybe not everybody. I mean, obviously sometimes, and I show plenty of people love that have never been in my stream, and it's fine. I'm not telling you got to be in my stream. You never have to. I'm just saying it's going to happen. Don't get discouraged. You're meeting new people. You don't know what people like, what they're interested in, what their mindset is when you hop in the stream. But that's getting out there, meeting new people in public too. You don't know what you're kind of signing up for. So it's kind of, you gotta have to open arms to everybody, get out there, network, meet people, and get into some of these discords and start networking. Hang out on their streams, hang out on their Discord, talk to them. I'm a big advocate in socializing in the stream you're going into. So some of you guys say, I'm already networking. I watch people all day. I hop on the streams and I say hi, and then I leave it tabbed up, which is great. I love tabs. Tab me up all you want. We support lurkers here. That's viewers, and we love that, and we need that. Thank you very much. However, how often are you going to remember a lurker after your stream?
Yep. Facts.
The answer is most likely you're not. You're going to say, oh, thank you at the moment. I appreciate you so much, and we do appreciate you. But when the stream's over, you're not going to remember that person that hopped in and said hi and then said, I got to go lurk. You're going to remember that person that was there for 15 minutes, chatting to you the whole time for 15 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't know how long you have in your day, but they're going to remember you hanging out, interacting, asking about their day, talk about the game, interact with them, whatever they're playing. Like, join the stream, join the community. And you're going to get a better, turnout and recognition. Words are hard. You're going to get recognized more if you are out there really socializing and making your presence rather than just hopping in and saying hi and leaving. Again, everyone's got more or less time on their hands, but you don't lie to me, don't lie to anyone. You go take a dump. The dump takes probably about 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes you could be watching a Twitch stream. Just saying. Just saying.
You heard it here first,
Everyone's
guys.
got time. Everyone's got time. You make the time. You make the time when you got the time. I mean, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes there. Before you know it, you've piled up 30 minutes in your day, and you watch 6 different streamers for 5 minutes each. Socialize for that 5 minutes. That's going to do you more, in my opinion. Again, like I said earlier, this is opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. It's going to get you interacting more, and people are going to recognize you more if you're out there socializing rather than say, yeah, I tab people up all day. I tabbed in and out of 30 streams today. It's like, well, I mean, like I said before, who's going to remember that? So I think that definitely would help you really getting out there and networking and growing. But another big thing, and I keep on preaching, and, to each their own. Some people say, I don't know what I'm talking about, which I might not know what I'm talking about. But I really, 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 really don't think you should play an oversaturated game as a small streamer unless you are really good at that game. If you're really good at Warzone, you play fucking Warzone, you're cracked, good for you. You really good at Fortnite? Yo, you play Fortnite, you build those towers, you're doing awesome. That's what you play, you're really good. If you're an average or above average Fortnite, Warzone player, Apex player, whatever, Valorant player, so many people are streaming it. It's to the point where, like, how are they going to find you unless you didn't directly send them your account and or you didn't directly network with them before? How are they going to find you? They're not. They're not going to find you. So you're really limiting how you can get exposure. And again, like, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert. I'm just saying, go check the numbers. Everybody's playing these games. There's too many people streaming it. Why would someone go to your channel? That's kind of what we have to. But before you go live, always say, why would someone go to my channel? If I'm playing Fortnite and I'm getting 5 kills, I'll get one win. 5 kills game, 1 win every 4 hours. Why is someone there? You could do other things. You could be like the most entertaining Fortnite streamer, and then they're coming for your entertainment purposes. But if you're just sitting there and you're just playing the game for the game, you just take a step back and think about it. And I mean, again, grain of salt, my opinion, could be wrong. Take it what you want. I just think those are the 2 main things that really help you get out there and really try to grow your channel. Another big thing you should work on, and I'm still working on this day, and every content creator still works on it to this day, is you got to work on your craft. You got to work on your content. You got to work on your entertainment purposes, and you got to work on your presentation of said content. Every week I sit there and I'm like, all right, what am I going to play this week? Luckily, I'm to the point where I figured out a good schedule for at least I'm good to go as far as content for another month or month or two. But after these games we have that are planned up die off, I'm gonna have to sit there on the drawing board again and be like, okay, these are done. I need new content, and it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. You got to sit there and like, all right, well, would someone watch me play this game? Would I want to watch someone play this game? How can I make this game entertaining? What can I do to make my stream different than the same guy who's streaming the same game over here? How can I make mine better, different, more unique, more entertaining? All these things you gotta think to yourself. You gotta answer it all before you go live. Like there's work behind the scenes that no one sees that needs to be done. You can't just sit there and turn the game on and go live. You can, but that could be a reason why kind of stuck in a rut and you're not growing. So put those all things together. Hopefully it helps. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert. I've only been doing this for a year and a half. I'm still learning as I go, and obviously, eventually, my mindset might completely change. But for the time being, I feel like this is kind of the working solution that anyone can kind of really grasp easily and try to really implement themselves in their own streams.
That is some sound advice from LetsBfrank. I like all that. I couldn't find any. I was trying to find a spot where I could argue with you, but I like all of that was pretty sound. I would say, kind of as a little bit of a pushback, though. You said Discord communities. I would kind of hazard a warning myself for those a little bit because
not all winners.
Well, no, they're not all
I've
winners.
been to plenty of losers.
Yeah, well, my rule is if you're if the Discord offers a raid train, I normally take that as a red flag because raid trains are in my. I mean, I don't like saying fake follows, but I mean that's essentially what they are. Because like you got a raid train where you get let's say 80 people raid your stream, right?
Well,
and you're like, whoa. Then, like, you get a bunch of follows, maybe some bits, and maybe, like, a sub or two, and the next thing you know, they're gone after 30 minutes, and you probably see one of them again.
Yep. So the purpose of a raid train, which, again, I'm on board, saying all factual things, the purpose of a raid train should be used for a new streamer. You're just getting out there and help you get affiliates super quick, which you need affiliation to really grow your channel, add channel points, making it more interactive. So, I mean, it helps get you to that quick goal. So that's good. And then it also helps you to really learn how to have people in your chat and interact, and really helps you practice getting raids and what you do with the people when they come over. I've done plenty of raid trains when I first started. That way I have a good experience on actually how it works. And then, like you said, you'll get follows. You get plenty of follows. You might get a couple subs. You might get a couple bits. And you're like, oh, this is awesome. I'm growing so quick. These people aren't coming back. They're not coming back. Most of them, not all of them, most of them, they're not going to come back. I hate to break it to you. I follow you. They're expecting a follow back. Usually about it. They're there because they have to be there on the train, and they expect you to be in theirs type of thing. But it is very good practice for those that you are just starting streaming. You want to get that affiliate. Got to get some type of numbers into your stream, and you need practice. Practice makes perfect. If you're streaming to nobody all the time, 1, 2, 3 people, what if someone raids you with 10, 15 people? You never done it before. You don't know how to react. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to intro them into the stream. You don't know none of these things. If you never did it before, how would you know? So these raid trains will help you out in that term. And I think it's very good for those purposes. But once you get started and you got some people hopping your stream, you're already affiliate. What do you need followers for, and what do you need fake views for? It's not helping you at all. So like once you really get settled in, I would advise kind of leaning off those trains and get more into just really trying to build your channel from where you learned and grow from there.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I've just done so many of them, so I just have a good experience with, and it's true. You're very true. It is And that's why I learned to wane off. Like, this is wasting my time. You're not getting nothing here. Once you're ready, past a certain point, they're completely useless. If anything, it's negative towards you, because people are coming to see you from your community that you built, and then you're quickly sending them off to someone else. It's like, well, I'm not going to hop in your stream if every time I hop in, you're sending me off somewhere else. It's just like, why? It makes it hard from the viewer point of view to really catch your stream if you're only streaming short hours and throwing it off to someone else.
That is true. That is absolutely true. I can agree with that, especially if you're starting out. The raid trains would definitely help with the average viewership, because you need, I think it's 3 average viewers, I think, to get it. So that's a good point. I didn't do that. My I did kind of a cheap way to get affiliate. Like when I got affiliate, I did it very, very cheaply.
Would you make 3 accounts?
No,
3 different devices?
Yeah,
That's
3
the
different.
easiest
I
way.
did the 3 different devices just to fucking get affiliate, just so I had it. The rest of it was just the follows. Like I was just like I was tired of like I was like, man, I want to do these channel points things, and I want to do this.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
And it was driving me crazy, and I was always dancing around like that 1.5 number, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, what? Like, this is frustrating me. And then I looked up on YouTube. I'm like, I saw his thumbnail, get affiliates quick, and I'm like, all right. I clicked watch. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know it worked that way. So now I'm like, put my phone here, pull it up on my screen here. I was like, now I've got 3 viewers. Look at that.
Perfect. Affiliate, here we come, and it works. It
works. It worked. Like now I don't do that anymore because I don't really need to.
No
but
point,
like starting out, there are tricks to getting it, and raid trains can be one of them.
And you need that affiliate status to really start your stream and get it upstart and going, and to make it more unique to other streams. Without that, it's kind of like you're kind of just going through the works. You need to make yourself unique, and those things really help to make your stream stand out.
Well, Frank, I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do. I think that we are coming to the end of the interview here. I do want to I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, guys, make sure that you guys go at the bottom of the screen here. Frank can't see it, y'all can. But at the bottom of the screen here is Let's Be Frank's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LetsBfrank. Go follow him. Go sub. Go check him out. Him and wifey, him alone, no matter what they're doing, they are always creating some amazing content over there. It's always a riot. Go over there, harass and troll them. It's great. It's good fun. Frank, is there any last minute things you want to say to the listeners before we sign off here?
No, I feel like I spoke more than I probably should have, and I feel like I got almost everything that I could possibly want to get off my chest. Ryder, it's been an absolute pleasure to really sit down and have a conversation. I know we talk via streams a lot, talk via some Discords a lot, and sometimes we play some games together here or there. But I think it's probably the longest conversation we had by far.
Yep, by far.
It was an absolute pleasure. I enjoyed being here, enjoyed the convo, and I most importantly enjoyed your time.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming on anytime. Best of luck to you in any future events you guys have. I'm sure you guys are going to knock it out of the park. Guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Check out Let's Be Frank. His link is going to be at the bottom of the screen as well as in the description down below. So make sure you go check out Let's Be Frank. Check out his channel. Vibe with him, make him molest Pikachu, all sorts of stuff. We will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a whole lot for listening and watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.